Hey there, it's Brittany, and I just made this necklace in its own video, and right now we're going to make a coordinating set of bracelets. So this necklace obviously was heavy on the teal. I am not going to do that so much in the bracelet. The first bracelet I'm going to do is just really simple. I'm going to use 0.8 millimeter stretch cord. And I'm actually going to probably try and use an elastic cord needle here because this is a hollow bead. So let's try and get some old elastic cord out of this one. I haven't used one of these in a long time. I'm sure you guys miss it. So we'll thread that on the needle. This one's probably on its last legs. Okay. And oh, I that quickly forgot how to use these. So we'll actually put our beads on the needle. Hopefully this will go through. There we go. So that's probably the fastest way to get a hollow bead on elastic cord. And for the design of this bracelet, I'm just going to use the purple beads that I didn't use in the last video. So the reason why I went with purple with these beads is because from far away, red and blue look like purple together. So I thought it was nice. I ended up using green and purple on this necklace, but I'm just going to use the purple on this one bracelet. So I'm going to just do alternating two. Oh, okay. Well, elastic cord needle doesn't want to fit on here. And this is because I remade this into, I've refolded it because it broke. That's okay. As long as I can get the elastic cord onto this bead, it'll be fine. I'm just going to use the elastic cord to thread these beads. So I'm going to do 2 purple beads. And then I'm going to do 2. Actually, I don't know if I want to do 2 or just 1. We'll see. Yeah, we could do 2. And then I'm just going to, this is really just our pattern until I get to the copper bead. So I'm going to do that up the bracelet. All right, so that bracelet is strung. This one's probably the most simple one that we'll be making today. I'm going to make 3, I think. I was originally going to make 2, but I feel like this one can go with a lot of different things. That's why I wanted to keep it real simple. Simple and copper and purple. Okay, so I'm just going to cut my elastic cord. And then I want to make sure that any of the part that was in the elastic cord needle does not make it into the bracelet, because that part no longer can be would be effective structurally. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-stretch. Stretch the entire cord. Okay. And do 3 knots. Okay, and then I'll get my GS Hypospense in a different room. So I will go ahead and get that in a minute. But it's so pretty, it's so simple, and it matches our necklace perfectly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. The next one I want to do, I've been kind of thinking about this, and I think I want to use several of these beads in a row and make a leather bracelet using 1 millimeter leather cord. This is all I have, I think, in brown. I need to order some leather cord in 1 millimeter. But I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want it to be like just 1 strand. I was thinking like 1 strand into 2 strands using possibly the purple beads. And I really wish I had a whole strand of these, because that would be amazing. I'm going to check to see if I have any teal seed beads anymore. Well, I went over to my newly organized African bead drawer and found these, which close enough for me. They don't have to exactly match the necklace, and I wish I would have remembered I had these. I actually did remember I had these while I was making the necklace, and they weren't opaque, but I think they'll be cute on the bracelet. I looked at these gooseberries, but first of all, they're too big for what I wanted, and they're not the exact teal. And then I also found these silver lined seed beads, which are a contender, but I'm not 100% sold on them. And I also just don't really know what I want to do yet, but I want to make sure the leather will fit through them. Okay, it does. So, you know what? I think I'm going to do something pretty simple. I'm going to put these away because I really like these. There were some beads that I'm kind of kicking myself that I hadn't ordered, but you got to stop somewhere. I don't normally use teal, so I didn't know that I was going to be making this. All right, so let's see. Well, this bracelet anyway. I knew I was going to make the necklace. So my closure is going to be this tiara cast button. I thought it looked really nice and worked really well with the circle vibe of the necklace. It's going to be an asymmetrical bracelet. I think I only need like three or four of these. I have another. A few different copper beads. This one's nice. I might use that in I think I'm going to use this in my third bracelet. Okay, I'm going to cut a pretty long piece of this leather because I need it doubled. So I'm going to find the end, stick it through my button, and then bring the ends together and move that button all the way down to the middle of the leather. Like that. And then I'm going to create a knot to keep it in place and walk that knot as closely as possible down to my button, just like that. Okay, you can use a clasp here, you can use whatever closure you want to use, but I loved this button. So next I am going to put on, I think I want a buffer between these beads and my button. I don't know if I want to use this or if I want to use one of these beads. Let's see. I got these at Phoenix Bead World. They are beadworld.com. These little rondelles, they probably have them online. If not, they might be able to find them for you. Okay, I'm just going to slide two of these on and go into my 3 African fancy beads from rexbeads.com. I say that so you guys know exactly where I got them in case you want to make this bracelet. And I think, check my, there's a coupon code for Rex Beads for 10% off of your order. So check my, I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. It's going to be in the description below, and I'll probably put it right here. So we have that, just so we can kind of not have our little African beads touching the button. And I'm going to put on one more African bead. Okay, next I'm going to come back to my little spacers that I put on the necklace and slide a couple down. Now you will need to, this is a tiny hole on these, I needed to angle the leather cut so I can get them on there. You could also do a knot at this point too. I'm gonna see what it looks like without the knot, and then if I want one, I'll put one on. like that. I put an extra one on one of them, doesn't matter which one. Then I'm just going to load on my little teal beads. So it's like a half and half bracelet. And I could put on some spacers, but I think I just want like the solid teal. I'll go for a few inches and then I'll measure against my wrist. And repeat the same thing on the other strand. Now, if I wanted to, actually, I'm going to test it out with a different color bead, maybe the purple, and see if I like that, or if I just want to go with 2 strands of teal. Let's see what the purple looks like. Yep, wrong strand. Oh yeah, I like the purple on there. So we'll do 1 strand of teal, 1 strand of purple. Hopefully I have enough of these purple beads left to do that. If not, I'm sure I can find something in my stash. I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to keep going until it's time to close the bracelet. All right, so I did it as long as I needed it to be. Now here you could put on another large hole bead to kind of corral those 2 pieces into one. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to need, if I did, I would need more beads to do like this type of transition again. I'm just going to do a knot right there. And then kind of walk that as closely as possible to those beads. Now, I want to make sure that the bracelet is loosey-goosey, because if we do it in a really tight, it's just going to be straight line and it's not going to look right once I'm wearing it. Or it's not going to feel nice either. So I'm just going to move that knot down to those beads. We're still loosey-goosey. We've got some movement in our bracelet. And then to close it off, all I am going to do is find my button. Make sure I have a large enough space between the 2 knots to slip my button through, and then create another knot right here. It's like the easiest. I love easy leather bracelets. Like, I love beautiful, complicated things, but man, if I could just make a bracelet 10 minutes and it's good to go forever, I love it. All right, so let's slip this through again just to make sure it fits before we tighten that knot. Yep, looking good. I'm just going to pull that tight. You can put glue in it, which I probably will once I have my glue with me. And then to finish it off, and you can even make these adjustable by doing another one right here. So say you're giving it as a gift and you don't know how large your friend or the recipient's wrist is, just do 2 so it could either hook here or hook there. Always a good way to go. I am actually going to decorate the cords that are coming off of the bracelet. I'm just going to put on one of these. One of these. And another one of these. So right here, I ended up using one of those green and or teal and purple beads because I didn't have enough purple beads. That'll be our secret. So I'm just going to move that. So you have a couple options here. You can make the tails as long as you want, and or, and you know, make them even, or you can stagger them. I'm probably going to stagger them. So I want one to be like right here. So I'll put a knot here. Like that. So my beads can't move. Or come off, I should say. And you definitely want to glue this knot before you snip it. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. The thing I really love about these strands is I used all these beads and you can't even tell. I have all those beads left. Okay, so we'll move this down. I'm going to measure it against the other one. I just want it to be a little bit further down than the first one. And with this bracelet, I will actually be wearing the clasp on the top of my wrist. I'm not the biggest fan of this transition right here. I like how this looks, but I want it to see like the purple and the copper and the African beads on the top of my wrist. So I'm going to find my glue. I'm actually just going to use some super new glue for this because I don't know where my, I know where my GS Hypo Cement is, but it's not in this room. One drop. One drop will do you. You just want to make sure that your knot is super tight too, because I saw it coming apart. All right, so one drop. Like that. We'll wait for that to dry, and then I will cut off the excess tail. There we go. Our bracelet is finished. It's super adorable. Just like that. So if you're low on clasps and you have some leather laying around, some hemp, or some wax linen, this is a great way to use up a button, or you can even do a bead at the end here. So I love this bracelet. It makes me so happy, and it looks great with this one. Don't those look cute together? All right, one more. I think I wanted to use this bead in the third one. So I want to use, see, the thing is, I don't know if we really need to do a copper focal, because I already have a copper focal that looks, it's prettier than this bead. Well, to me, I like this bead more than this bead. So let's get some lava in here. I have 2 of these copper beads. Then they wouldn't be the focal, but we'd still be getting some copper. I know I had a second one. And I am gonna do 5 of these. That's my go-to. Do I want those bicones, or do I want these fancier ones? No, I don't want the fancier ones. And then okay, I'm gonna use some of these. So you got to be careful, because the dye from the inside is coming off on my fingers. So whenever I use dyed beads, I try to test them out on myself before like giving them away or selling them or anything. So this is my piece of jewelry. I really don't care if it bleeds on me, because it's happened before, it's going to happen again. But I would definitely test out the beads beforehand if you're going to give dyed stuff to somebody, especially if it's not heat treated. But sometimes you just don't know. You don't know. So for this one, do I want 3 beads here, or do I want 5? And do I really want these really big? I think we're going to go with these smaller ones and do 5. You know what? It's funny. I think I meant to use this button on the other bracelet now that I'm thinking about it. But I like how the bracelet ended up. But this is, I think, the button I was going for. Oh well, things happen. Okay, so this one, get out my elastic cord. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so here's a focal on this bracelet. It's very toned down compared to the other two, but that's kind of what I wanted. And if I could, I would do all of the, I would do all lava, but unfortunately, I only have 2 other lava beads left. So let's see. Am I out? No, I'm not. I don't know that I want to use these on here. I just kind of want to see what it looks like. I think I'm just going to put, I'm not going to use these. I'm going to keep those for later. And then I'm just going to put these green and, or teal and purple beads around the back. Okay. We'll pre-stretch. And then do our 3 knots. And then I'll go get my GSI Postman so I can glue these 2 bracelets. I love how cute that is. It's very, again, very simple, but the necklace is the showstopper. And then we have this beautiful, like, don't these 3 bracelets look fantastic together? So, okay, I'll go get my GSI Postman. I'll be back to show you the rest, to show you them finished. Tighten it, put the glue on both sides of that knot, tighten again, and then kind of set it aside. And then we'll just move that knot right inside that bead. Isn't that gorgeous? we go. I just love, like, this bracelet by itself is really pretty. I just love it. I love that lava. I am definitely, hopefully that seller in Tucson is there this year so I can get some more lava. Hopefully they have lava. They seem to just get weird closeouts, but I think these actually came from Beauty and the Beach Shop. I'm not 100% sure. If they did, I'm going to go get more. But these two look fantastic together, just like that. And then we have our beautiful leather bracelet with these stunning African beads. So isn't that a fun trio? Beautiful stack. And it didn't take us very long. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you like African beads? Do you like leather bracelets? And what's your favorite piece to make? And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay tuned for Goldie. She's super, super cute. Bye-bye.